Welcome back to another explainer. All right, grab your coffee, take a seat, and brace yourselves, because today, we're going to completely bulldoze your childhood illusions about democracy. Yep, forget all those poetic little fairy tales about the will of the people and fair elections. Today, we're talking math. And let me tell you, math is absolutely ruthless. Look me in the eye and tell me honestly. Do you actually believe that if 100 of us just drop little pieces of paper into a wooden box, count them up, and declare a winner, we've magically discovered the flawless will of the people? Like, do you seriously think a simple majority is this crystal clear, perfect system that just spits out the absolute truth of society? Wrong. Massively, mathematically, 100% wrong. Boom. And hey, that's not just me being cynical because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. That is the cold, hard, inescapable reality of public choice theory and advanced math. Section 1. The lie of perfect democracy. Listen, the entire idea that we can take everyone's messy, chaotic, individual preferences and somehow synthesize them into one perfectly fair collective decision, it's a mathematical fairy tale. The simple majority system, where the guy with the most votes just wins, it literally leaks from everywhere. It completely ignores basic mathematical paradoxes. We only accept this system because it's easy, not because it's right. And do you want to know exactly how easily the whole thing breaks? 3. Just 3. You don't need some massive, ridiculously complex geopolitical crisis. It literally takes 3 options for the logic of any voting system to completely implode. And, oh man, this is where things get incredibly fun.
Section 2. The Condorcet Paradox.
Let's rewind a bit. France, 1785. The Marquis de Condorcet discovers that a majority is completely capable of making decisions that literally defeat themselves. Sounds super complicated, right? Well, let's look at a classic Saturday night. You and your friends are starving, and you gotta pick pizza, souvlaki, or burgers. Everyone has their ranked preference, so you all take a vote. Look at this absolute absurdity. In simple one-on-one matchups, the majority of the group prefers pizza over souvlaki. Okay, fine. That same majority prefers souvlaki over burgers. So logically, pizza destroys burgers, right? Wrong. When you put pizza directly against burgers, the majority suddenly votes burger. A beats B beats C, but C beats A. And just like that, the entire system crashes. Error 404. Democratic will not found. This right here is the absolute nightmare of choice. In these situations, the famous will of the people isn't just confused, it literally doesn't exist. It is mathematically impossible to define. What's the quote-unquote right outcome here? There isn't one. Section 3. Kenneth Arrow, the Destroyer. Just as political science was desperately trying to sweep this paradox under the rug, in comes the ultimate party crasher, economist Kenneth Arrow. This guy took math, turned it into a baseball bat, and just shattered any hope for a fair voting system. In 1972, the Swedish Academy actually handed him a Nobel Prize in economics for this. They basically rewarded him for proving, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that our democratic systems are structurally and irreparably doomed. Enter the legendary impossibility theorem. Pay real close attention to that word. Impossible. Not difficult, not needs a little tweaking. Impossible. Arrow proved there is zero way to take individual preferences and turn them into a rational collective decision if you have more than 2 choices. So how exactly did he do it? Section 4. The 4 innocent rules. Arrow started by setting 4 rules. 4 criteria that literally any sane person would look at and say, well, yeah, obviously this is how fair elections should work. Rule 1, universality, meaning voters can rank candidates however they want. Rule 2, Pareto Efficiency. Fancy term, but it just means if literally everyone prefers candidate A over B, the system has to pick A. A total no-brainer, right? If we all agree, it just happened. Okay, rule 3, and here's where the circus really begins. Independence of irrelevant alternatives. What does that actually mean? Well, if you prefer candidate A over B, and suddenly candidate C enters the race, you shouldn't magically change your preference between A and B. Like if you order your favorite beer and they say, sorry, we're out, you just ask for your second choice. You don't suddenly change your mind about your second choice just because the third is missing. Make sense? And finally, rule 4, non-dictatorship. Simply put, the outcome shouldn't be dictated by the whims of one single person. Honestly, looking at these 4 rules, can you argue with a single one of them? You can't. They are the most basic, fair, almost boring pillars of a functioning democracy. But here comes the reality slap. What exactly did Mr. Arrow prove when he took these 4 perfectly innocent rules and threw them into the mathematical blender? Section 5, spoiler alert, only dictators work. Welcome to the climax, where math basically slams your head into a brick wall. It is impossible. If an election system satisfies the first 3 rules, meaning it's rational, universal, and independent, then it mathematically must violate the 4th rule. It becomes a dictatorship. Yeah, you heard me right. To guarantee a logical, consistent result every single time, the system ultimately defaults to the preference of exactly one voter, completely ignoring everyone else. As political scientist William Riker so beautifully and cynically pointed out, social choices are literally without meaning. Let that sink in. There is no sacred, magical will of the people. The outcome of an election often doesn't actually reflect what the group wants, it just reflects the counting system that was used. You change the system, you change the winner, using the exact same voters. Section 6. Pick your poison. So what do? Do we just give up, cancel all elections? Well, no, not exactly. We just need to wake up and accept our bleak mathematical fate. We literally have to choose which flaw we can tolerate the most. Do we want the spoiler effect, where some tiny third-party candidate steals votes and accidentally crowns the absolute worst option? Do we compromise the independence rule? Do we force everyone to vote strategically for the lesser evil instead of who they actually believe in? The hard truth is, there is no perfect answer. Every single system is fundamentally flawed. The core takeaway of this entire explainer is brilliantly simple. Stop whining that the voting system is unfair, because of course it is. Math has proven for 70 years that absolute fairness in mass decisions is pure science fiction. All we are actually doing is picking the flavor of mathematical trade-offs that annoys us the least. So, the next time you head to the ballot box, or honestly, even the next time you're arguing with your friends about whether to order pizza or souvlaki, remember Kenneth Arrow. The perfect democracy is a mathematical lie. The real question is, which set of flaws helps you sleep at night? Think about that for a second, and I'll see you in the next explainer.